I'm gonna give you 3 steps that will guarantee that you climb. No gimmicks or clickbait. If you do these 3 steps, then I promise you will rank up. Step number 1, ignore your rank. Okay, this one's gonna sound crazy, but you need to lose some games. You need to start making plays that you normally wouldn't, but take that with a grain of salt because I'm not saying insta-lock Reyna and run it down with no comms. You need to try things outside of your comfort zone to gain more experience. Instead of letting the enemy team take mid-control every round, talk to your teammates and coordinate a way to fight back. If it works, then great. If it doesn't, then think to yourself with an improvement mindset, what could I have done better? Not just what your teammates could have done better, but you. Think about this after every round, win or lose. And I'm sorry, you will lose some games. If you really want to get better, you just have to ignore your rank and play to the best of your ability. Step number 2, build mechanical foundation. Before I talk about aim, I want to make it very clear. Aim doesn't matter as much as you think it does. For the majority of players, aim isn't the issue that's holding them back from climbing. There's so many aspects to Valorant that are essential to climbing, but too many people focus just on aim because it's the flashiest. Why do you think there's so many hardstuck aim demons in Plat and Diamond? Building your game knowledge is the hardest part about improving because it's not as straightforward as opening an aim trainer and clicking some balls. So I'm going to give you 2 ways to improve your game knowledge. One way is to rewatch your own gameplay, which for me isn't as fun, but it works really well. The other way is to watch pro players who play the same role or agent as you. Watch how they play scenarios that you might also encounter and apply that to your own game. Now, all that being said, your ability to hit shots when you take a favorable gunfight is also important, which is why you need a consistent warm-up or training routine. If you guys want my warm-up, which I've been working on since the beta of this game, then let me know by dropping a like. This can be as simple as playing a few death matches or doing a full 20 minutes of aim training. Different things work for different players, but a baseline warm-up I would recommend is to go into the range, putting the bot difficulty on medium and making sure your crosshair is on the bot's head before shooting. Try to aim for 3 attempts with a score above 25, then spawn 50 bots and do the same exact thing, but this time incorporate movements and bursts. Do this maybe 2 or 3 times based on how you're feeling, and you can use whatever weapon you want, but I prefer the Vandal or the Sheriff. After you're done with that, run 1 or 2 death matches and you're ready for comp. Step number 3, drop the ego. And finally, the biggest reason people don't climb, ego. You need to be able to say to yourself, okay, that was my fault, and take responsibility. Taking responsibility is the real secret to ranking up, not your sensitivity or how good your aim is. Now, keep in mind, ego and confidence isn't always bad. You need to be confident in yourself in order to take risks and win games, but too much of anything is bad. You can't be so confident that you ignore the possibility of losing. Let me give you an example. Instead of flashing out of main by yourself and dying, double up. Ask your teammate if they want to fight main with you. Just like that, you've given yourself a way to be traded out just in case things go wrong, which happens a lot. After all, Valorant is a team game and you have 4 other players on your team who I'm sure didn't queue up just to lose. Alright, now let's summarize the 3 steps again. Step 1, ignore your rank. I know it hurts to see your rank go down, but trust me, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Step number 2, build a good foundation of your skills. You need to be able to understand the game to the point where you can put yourself in favorable positions. You also then need to have a consistent warm-up to make sure you don't whiff when the time comes to hit your shots. And that's it. It sounds a lot simpler than it really is. Taking responsibility and trying to figure out what you did wrong is really hard, but it's the only way to improve. I hope these 3 steps helped you out, and if you enjoyed the video, be sure to drop a like. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck.